Hey guys, welcome back to Castle Combat TV, and in this video, I will be doing the New Year's Gauntlet. So basically, this side is going to roll red dice, this one is going to roll white dice. With that said, here is the bracket on screen, and pause to look at it. So moving on to our first battle, it is between Gold Onyx and Cold Club, the 1 seed versus the 16th seed. So Cold Club, if you win, remove your foe from game. That basically means triple damage. If he wins one round, and he must reroll ones. But Onyx has a 1 power advantage, and he forces rerolls per round, and also will be rolling the red dice, and Cold Club will be rolling the white dice. So let's get right to the battle. So let's take these, and Onyx is the higher seed, so he rolls first. He's a 9. Cold Club rolls a 1. He must reroll those, and doesn't do much better. So Cold Club takes the first point of damage, and now we alternate rolls. It's a 7, so Onyx just doesn't need to roll a 1, and he does not. So Cold Club knocked down to 2 life. Now Onyx to roll a 5, so he's absolutely safe. Cold Club rerolls those. Onyx is going to force that, and he rolls another 2, so Cold Club knocked down to 1 life. Now it's Cold Club's roll. Can he roll high? Does not. So Onyx just doesn't need to roll a 1, and he is a 9. So Cold Club knocked out early by Onyx. Moving on to our next matchup, it is between Blizzard the Wizard and Atlas. So Atlas won the previous gauntlet. But Blizzard has a chance to defeat Atlas before the battle has even begun, because he's +1 versus black bad guys, and before battle, roll a die. If you roll equal or higher than your foe's power, then they don't get a battle roll. And remember, he's +1, so he is already a 4. And basically, if he rolls the 4 or higher, in this case, which is the 50-50, then Atlas does not get a battle roll. Atlas will stay a 4, but since Blizzard the Wizard still gets to roll, and he's already a 4, he basically auto wins. Before it has even begun. So here we go. Blizzard the Wizard on a 4 or higher can defeat the Thanksgiving Gauntlet champion right out the gate. So here we go. Blizzard the Wizard, and he defeats Atlas already. So Atlas is now frozen solid, can't roll. Atlas knocked out. Right, moving on to our third matchup of the day. It is between Typhoon and Shroud. See if Shroud can hit his ability. So on 5 or 6, he misses. So this will likely be the third sweep of the video. So here we go. Typhoon to roll first, doubles reroll. So Typhoon has this trident, and on triples, he removes from game, and he's a 10 here, so Shroud needs a 6 to tie. He does not. And Typhoon rerolls doubles, and doubles on 3 dice is really common, but not there. So 10, now Shroud to tie, and he does tie. So Typhoon is just 1 triples away from eliminate. Oh, that's actually his worst roll you can get. 1, 2, 3, so he's an 8. So Shroud actually has a chance here to do damage, and he does. So it will not be a complete sweep. Typhoon and Shroud down to 3 life each. So I'm going to do Shroud's roll first. He's a 7. It really doesn't matter the Typhoon rolls, but we'll see if he can roll something, and he does. So on 11, Shroud knocks down to 2 life. Now Typhoon with a roll, he is a 10, so Shroud can tie on a 6. He does tie on a 6. Roll first, and he auto loses. Now Typhoon on 3 dice, doubles reroll, and he's an 11. Auto wins versus Shroud. And moving on to our next battle, it is between Otho the Owl and Vanquish. He still gets to go first because literally says Vanquish always goes first. So we're gonna roll for Vanquish. A 6 will be single damage, double 6s will be triple damage. So let's see what he hits here. No reroll 1s for this one, because let's see what he would have gotten. He wouldn't have gotten anything anyway. So Otho the Owl doesn't need to negate anything at all. So Otho will roll first after Vanquish misses. So he's a 10. Vanquish loses this round. And remember, Otho is a minimum 7, so really a 2 to lose here. He rerolls 1s, and he rolls the 2, so Otho the Owl will not sweep Vanquish. Otho the Owl to roll another 1. Luckily, he rerolls those, and he auto wins because he's an 11, and Vanquish can only be a 10. Now Vanquish, a 6, auto loses because Otho the Owl is a minimum 7 because he can reroll 1s. So Otho the Owl, and he ends Vanquish's run in the New Year's Gauntlet. Alright, moving on to our next battle. It is between Santa Claus and Celtic. And Celtic basically adds 2 to his power, so he is already a 7. But Santa Claus, he rolls 2 dice, chooses the best, and if you roll blue dice, you can reroll 1 die per round. And also, he heals a card on doubles, so if Santa rolls doubles, then I will give him an extra life. And let's move these dice out the way. And here we go. Celtic for his Spirit Bow on a 6, does not get it. Now Santa Claus to roll first in battle. I'm going to roll this one because I'm using blue dice. Pays off, so an 11. So both warriors have a reroll, but Celtic does strike first. Now Celtic will roll. He is a 12, so Santa needs doubles. And he does get doubles, so he takes damage, but gets it back. So he's really at 3. And now Santa Claus will roll again. A 6 and a 1. I'm going to reroll the 1, and doesn't really change anything, so he's an 11. Celtic rolls a 6, so he does damage there. So can Santa Claus keep on regenerating? He does on Snake Eyes, so gains life and goes back. So Santa Claus is at 2. Now Celtic to roll again. A 1, he's going to reroll that. Get to 3, so he's a 10. Santa Claus needs a 6 to win. Reroll this die for the life, and he does get the 6 to win. So he didn't gain any life, but he did damage. So yeah, so Santa Claus to roll again. He's a 10. He's going to reroll this die because nothing really bad can happen. 10. And now Celtic to roll. He's going to reroll that 4 or higher, and he does. So Santa Claus knocked down to his last life. And now Celtic to roll. He is a 10. And now Santa Claus trying to stay in there. Reroll this one, and he actually wins. So he's an 11 to a 10. So Celtic knocked down to 2 life. So Celtic needs a high roll here. Gets the same roll as last time. Santa Claus doubles, gains the life, and it was, I believe, actually, so Santa Claus gained the life, so he's going to stay at 1. Now Celtic to roll. So Celtic is a 2, so that means Celtic is a 9. Santa Claus, he's going to roll this 1, and he's an 8. He loses. Santa Claus defeated by Celtic. On to our next battle. It is between King Crimson and Prince Morgan, 2 of the strongest knights in the good guy faction. And also right here is basically going to be an on deck. So whoever chose Boglord, your battle is on deck. So if you want to skip this one, Boglord is next. That's just going to be where I can keep those cards so I don't have to hold on to them. So Prince Morgan, King Crimson, both have a Shield of Sagaheim, and Prince Morgan can negate on 3 or higher, and he does not! I thought I saw a 6 there. I thought I saw a 6 and it changed to a 2. But Prince Morgan misses the negate on King Crimson. So King Crimson has access to his Red Razor and his shield. But I guess Prince Morgan has 2 dice. He rolls doubles. He does single damage because he auto wins the round. So King Crimson roll first and does not make Prince Morgan pay. So he's an 8. Prince Morgan, he actually ties. So King Crimson does get out of there a little bit. So 8. Now King Crimson rolls a 6. So there's double damage. He's going to make, what do you call it, Prince Morgan pay. Here we go, King Crimson roll again, and another 6. Knocks out Prince Morgan really early. Moving on to our next battle, it is between Odin King and Boglord. So Boglord needs to roll a 6 to Bog. That's basically double damage off the start. I'm going to reroll that. It almost fell off the table. It doesn't really matter, but Boglord misses the Bog. And a matter of fact, Odin King is actually a minimum 9. So really, I just have to roll for Odin King. If he rolls a 3 and a 2, then I'll roll for Boglord. But he's a 10, so Boglord can actually tie. So he takes damage. So Odin King, that's an auto win because he's an 11. He rerolls this. He's a 10, so he could tie. Boglord is already down to 2 life and now 1 life. And now Odin King to roll. It's a 12. So Boglord knocked out by Odin King. Moving on to the final battle of the first round. It is between Romulus and Jade Twinblade. So this is the new Jade Twinblade. Romulus, his first roll is a 7. He's going to reroll that. Rolls a 6, so he is an 11. Jade Twinblade is an 11 as well. That was a 5. So they tie. Now Jade Twinblade to roll. That's an auto win. So Gold Romulus takes damage. Jade Twinblade, if she rolls a 6, she basically auto wins versus Romulus. Romulus ties. He's going to keep it. Now he's going to roll again. So he's a 10. Jade Twinblade rerolls 1s. And it's another tie. So we reroll ties. So 12. And that's an auto win for Jade Twinblade. Here we go. Jade Twinblade, another 6. And she does get another 6. Romulus knocked down to 1 life. Jade Twinblade for the sweep and does not get it. She's an 11, but Romulus needs a 6. He's going to reroll and does not get it. So Romulus defeated in the first round by Jade Twinblade. All right, so moving on to the Elite 8. So here's the bracket on screen with all the scores. If you guys didn't watch the previous one, first matchup is between Onyx and Jade Twinblade. 2 very good cards, 2 very high-powered cards. Onyx forces rerolls. Jade Twinblade rolls 2 dice. So since Onyx is the number 1 seed, he will roll first. So Onyx to roll a 1, a really bad roll, and that's basically an auto lose. Now I believe it's Jade's roll, and she rolls a 5, so she's an 11. Onyx to roll, he's going to force the reroll and hope that Jade rolls like a 2 and a 2 or something, and does not happen. So Onyx takes 2 damage, so not a great start. Jade Twinblade a 2 and a 1, but she does reroll the 1, and that's an 11. So Onyx to roll a 6, so he damages Jade Twinblade, and that's really the only chance that Onyx has. If he's able to roll really high, like a 6, like that again, and then Jade Twinblade, let's see what she rolls. Reroll 1s, and she rolls a 5. So we're back to square 1, 3 to 3. Now here we go, Jade Twinblade, 11 I think, and Onyx is a 3, so force Jade to reroll, and it works! Wow! Onyx, the third, the reroll worked. So double 2s is the worst roll for Jade Twinblade, but I did not expect that to work, and oh my goodness, this could be another double 2. It's not, so 12. Onyx is obviously going to force that no matter what, and it's not going to pay off. really. And nothing happens on doubles, and Onyx just rolled a 1. So it doesn't really matter there. So we're back down to 2-2. So this battle could get very interesting. So Jade Twinblade to roll a 6, so she's a 12. Onyx is going to force, and it does not matter. So Onyx a third rolls another 1. So Onyx a third, definitely not that great. But Jade Twinblade to roll a 6. Onyx is going to force, and another 6's roll. We have seen that trend in the past couple battles, and Onyx the third defeated by Jade Twinblade. Moving on to our next battle, it is between Blizzard the Wizard and Odin King. So Blizzard the Wizard, I'm not going to say anything because he has to roll a 6. So does he get it? He does not get the 6. No way that Blizzard can win. So I'm just going to roll for Odin King. So Odin King, he wins there, he wins here, he wins again, and he wins again. So Blizzard the Wizard defeated by Odin King. Moving on to our next battle, it is actually a Grand Gauntlet rematch between Typhoon, the 3 seed, and 6 seed King Crimson. So Typhoon is the higher seed, he rolls first. Doubles reroll, so this might happen a lot. Yep, doubles reroll. And the worst roll that Typhoon can get is a 3-2-1. So 11, and King Crimson needs a 6 to do damage, does not hit it, so King Crimson takes the first point of damage. But since we alternate rolls, King Crimson rolls, he damages Typhoon, but Typhoon does have a chance to respond, and he will not. So the only way that Typhoon can really respond is by rolling triples, but Typhoon rolled triples on King Crimson multiple times in that Grand Gauntlet. So Typhoon to roll, he is a 10. I thought I rolled 2 2s, but I did not. So King Crimson, really bad. Oh, there are the 2 2s. So that's really funny. Now King Crimson knocked down to 3 life. Now King Crimson to roll for the next, and 2 2s again. So I don't know what I just did there, but doubles reroll, that was a 5. Doubles reroll, doubles reroll. Doubles reroll again, and a 4, 5, 6. That's the second best roll you can get. So he's an 11. King Crimson loses, so 2 life for King Crimson. Now King Crimson to roll a 6, so he does double damage, but Typhoon still has a chance to respond. If he hits triples, then he wins. He does not. So basically 1-2. Now it's Typhoon's turn. So if Typhoon rolls triples, he wins. There's doubles, doubles. Doubles again. I thought that was triples for a second. And there's the 11. So King Crimson needs a 6 to end it here. And he does. King Crimson gets his revenge on Typhoon. Moving on to the next battle. It is between Otho the Owl and Celtic. So Celtic was basically made to counter Otho. So I expect Celtic to win here. So he's a 7. Celtic for the Spirit Bow. And he does not get it. Otho the Owl to roll. So he's a 9, I believe. That was a 4. Now Celtic to roll, and he's a 13, so this could be a very, very clean, this could definitely be a sweep if Celtic keeps on rolling high, which he does. So Celtic to roll, he is a, 10? Now Otho the Owl rerolls 1 to the 6, he still needs a 6, and he does not get it. So Otho the Owl knocked down to 2 life, reroll 1s, and he's a 7, so he auto loses. So Otho the Owl really might not even get any damage, and he will not. So Otho the Owl defeated by Celtic, as expected. And so we are now in the final 4 part of the tournament. So here's the bracket with all the updated scores from the previous battles. Moving on to our first battle, it is between Jade Twinblade and Celtic. Does have the Spirit Bow, and he does hit the Spirit Bow on Jade Twinblade, so puts a little bit of pressure. He puts a little bit of pressure on Jade Twinblade with that Spirit Bow, but Jade Twinblade still very, very high powered card. So Jade Twinblade rerolls the 1, and she is an 11. So Celtic to roll, reroll that, and he ties. So Celtic just needs to hang in there and hope Jade Twinblade rolls low like this. So on a 5 or 6, he can take advantage. He's gonna reroll, and he does take advantage. So Jade Twinblade knocked down to 2 life already. Now Celtic to roll, he's gonna reroll that, and he's an 8, and double 2s for Jade Twinblade does not get it. And also, nothing happens on doubles for Jade Twinblade. So here we go. Jade Twinblade, and a 6 is an auto win for Jade Twinblade. So she's an 11. Celtic to roll, re-roll, and does not tie. So Celtic is likely going to lose the rest of these battles because he did get a little lucky the first 2 times. So Jade Twinblade, double 6s. So Jade Twinblade with an exclamation point. Now Celtic is going to have to roll really high. So he's a 10. Jade Twinblade is another has another 6. So we're back to 2-2. So really, the only legit way that Celtic has to win is if Jade Twinblade does not roll a 6, but she just did. So Celtic knocked down to 1 life, and if Jade Twinblade rolls a 6, then Jade Twinblade will move on to the finals. Does not, so 10. And now Celtic on a 5 or 6, he can win and does not. So Celtic eliminated by Jade Twinblade. On to our next battle, it is between King Crimson and Odin King. So really, it matters what King Crimson rolls. So I'm gonna roll it for King Crimson only, unless he rolls like a 5, because then I roll for Odin King. So King Crimson, there's the 9. So Odin King, double ones, he rerolls ones, and he wins. So King Crimson takes damage. Now King Crimson to roll. There's the double sixes. Triple damage on Odin King already. So I'm going to roll again for King Crimson for that momentum. Does not get it. A 3 and a 2 to tie, and he does not. So King Crimson hits the double sixes. Very, very scary. King Crimson rolls a 6. Double damage to Odin King. Odin King cannot respond to that. Now King Crimson a 6 away from going to the finals. Does not get it. That is an auto lose. Now here we go. King Crimson just needs a 6. And if he rolls a 6, then that means this will be his 3rd consecutive finals appearance. So here we go. King Crimson, and there is the 6. King Crimson defeats Odin King. So moving on to the moment you all have been waiting for, the finals. So the 2 finalists are King Crimson and Jade Twinblade. If your legend isn't here, go figure out where they lost. Without further ado, let's get right to the warrior introductions. So introducing King Crimson, the 6th seed in this tournament, a Castle Combat Gauntlet veteran. And a matter of fact, on this channel, he is 0-2 in the finals. King Crimson wields one of the most dangerous swords, if not the most dangerous sword in all of Sagaheim, which is the Red Razor. And he also has the Shield of Sagaheim. And now introducing his opponent, Jade Twinblade, the Power 6 Jade Twinblade. Jade Twinblade is actually the greatest swordsman in the galaxy. So 2 talented swordsmen are going to be going at it for the New Year's Gauntlet title. Jade Twinblade rolls 2 dice. She chooses the best. She must reroll once, and she has a minimum power 8. So Jade Twinblade, will she be able to stomp on King Crimson and prove her dominance as a Starman, or will King Crimson be able to get his first Gauntlet title? So without further ado, let's get right to the battle. So King Crimson to roll first, since he's the higher seed, rolls a 4, so he's an 8. Jade Twinblade to roll, she wins, so Jade Twinblade does the first point of damage. And now King Crimson, actually it's Jade Twinblade's roll, she rolls a 5, so she's an 11. King Crimson needs a 6 here, does not get it, so King Crimson, not the best start for him. Can he make up the ground? He will not, so he's a 7, and Jade's a minimum 8, so really no point to roll. King Crimson, really bad rolls for him, 2 and a 2, and does not get the 2 and a 2. So King Crimson already down to 6 life to Jade's 10. And also King Crimson, he basically needs 5 6s. Does not get it here, so he's an 8. Jade Twinblade rolls, and she does more damage. So already King Crimson has missed his Red Razor 5 straight times. So King Crimson now finally hits a 6 on Jade Twinblade. So Jade Twinblade to roll, she is a 10. So now King Crimson still needs a 6, does not get it. So Jade Twinblade still in the lead by a lot. She still has double the life, but King Crimson, it could change at any given point, but not now. King Crimson knocked down to 3 life. King Crimson knocked down to 2 life. Actually, unless you roll double 2s, she does not. So 2 life for King Crimson. Hits a 6, so Jade Twinblade can't even respond, so she's down to 6 life. Now Jade Twinblade to roll. Here we go. She's an 11. King Crimson needs another 6. Does he get it? Does not. So King Crimson down to his last life. Jade Twinblade has so much life left. So let's see what Jade Twinblade can roll here. She rolls a 6, so King Crimson needs a 6 to stay alive, and he does get the 6 to stay alive. And now he gets to roll. Can he hit another one? He does hit another one. King Crimson is 1-6 away from defeating Jade Twinblade and getting his first Gauntlet title. So Jade to roll, she rolls a 10. So now King Crimson definitely needs a 6. Can he hit it here? He does! King Crimson wins his first Gauntlet. And to whoever picked King Crimson, I don't remember off the top of my head who did, but you will receive your 5 Castle Combat booster packs, a shiny Pike Thunders. This is just a random shiny card from the base set, along with a King Crimson in the mail. So whoever won, email me at castlecombat21 at gmail.com. That's it for today's video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.